Welcome to a playthrough of Infliction Extended Cut. A game that now, after a little bit of testing, we already know like how this gameplay works. And if you get stuck, we will explain along the way a little how you progress in this game. Because at first we looked for 45 minutes and weren't finding things. So hopefully this video will help you understand what the gameplay is, because even videos that we found did not explain really like they just said what you had to do, but not, you know, we will explain things a little bit more so you understand why we're doing the things we're doing and how that lets us progress. I didn't want to send it back and was going to refund me. Oh no, sorry to hear. Sorry to hear. This is the place between places. Here there can only be sadness and resolution. This is where the lost are found and vengeance rears its ugly head. Vengeful sounds are born of violent death.
Listen up. We've got some news hot off the presses. This station has received reports that the two lighthouse keepers from Oxford Point Island Lighthouse have vanished. The lighthouse keepers work.
You have one unheard message.
Two more lighthouse keepers headed
First unheard message.
On their arrival, they could not find.
Hi, baby. I'm stuck at the gate and they won't let me through. When you get back home, can you look for my ticket? I must have left it behind. Have a good look around and let me know. Love you. See you soon.
It was so happy to see you in chat again.
Looks like they were halfway through dinner when something interrupted them. There were no signs of a
Hope your hand heals soon. Never had a hand broken, but we had other bones or other parts broken.
The most common theory is that the men have suffered from cabin fever and were perhaps accidentally washed out to sea. Other cases like this,
We had a hole in our skull before. The forehead.
full investigation has begun into this bizarre case. We'll update you as the
Someone, without intention, hacked a hole into our skull. Don't worry, like, they were all like, oh, running around because like, oh, a child has a hole in the head. Oh. We're running around, we were like, what's the issue? And they were like, you didn't see that. No. Like, how do you think we see a hole in our forehead? Like, through the skull, you know? How do we see it? Like, we didn't feel anything either. They were all like, like, why we like that memory is because it's so funny that they were all like running around like headless chickens. We didn't even understand like why they were so alarmed. Like everyone was ah, and like multiple like adults then came and were trying to give like first aid and everything. And we just thought like, oh, they know better why they're doing this. Let them do that. And like today, we understand why that probably looked scary. And we joke sometimes that that might be responsible for our issues, but but we don't think like that sharp object went all the way through to the brain. It just like, we got lucky that it just got through the skull and didn't touch the brain. Oh, it did it! Like, that's the thing that we don't know. You know?
That's a big box. What is it? Wow, nice wrapping skills. Oh my god, a puppy. I can't believe you did this. I love her. I'm gonna call you Sally. Okay. Now it's time for your gift.
Maybe it did went through to the brain. That would definitely explain some things. Because that tool was definitely long enough that it could have poked through the brain. Because funny enough, we were sad to be different afterwards, so... That tool was like long and sharp. Oh, weren't there multiple things here in this room?
Do you, Sarah Angel Eddage, take Gary Ryan Powell to be your lawfully wedded husband? To have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do you part.
I do.
Someone know what southern accent that is? We do not. Later that night, my laptop decided it wanted to blue screen doing it. Yeah, we had such a PC as well. Oh, right. So for that door there, we need a code. And that code we can find here.
Can you believe it, Gary? It's not just the two of us anymore. Our family's growing. That 12-hour labor totally worth it. Little Maggie. Love at first sight does exist, and this is the second time I've experienced it. I'm so happy, honey.
At first, from like a bit further away, this looked like Steve from Tekken. Like Steve. Did we read this earlier? Dear Sarah, thank you for writing us in regards to featuring your artwork at the Tall Pines Gallery for the upcoming summer exhibit. Your enclosed sample art got many of us excited. You truly are a gifted artist. Unfortunately, all slots for this particular exhibit have already been filled. We do, however, encourage you to apply for the spring exhibit. Applications open on the 1st of February. Although we can see how talented you are, we receive many applicants for every exhibit and cannot guarantee you a spot, so we urge you to apply again. Thank you for sharing your work with us, and we hope you'll come along to the exhibit and meet some other local artists. So the thing here with these memories, by the way, is that we unlock memories by clicking at objects. We maybe should do that afterwards. Hello, I'm happy to inform you that the inheritance process has been successfully completed and the will of Rose Ann Adage is now ready to put into action. According to the will, I am closing a check in the amount of $50,084 and the deed to blah 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 as the bequest left by blah blah blah. In case you have any questions, inheritance, feel free to contact.
You're my heart and soul. Love, Sarah.
Now we have modern talking running in our head. But anyways, these memories here that we have found, we have to click them and unlock stuff. Not all of them, like a lot, are optional. Some are not. And some of these are the important ones that trigger the next step of the story.
Friday, June 4th, 4:15 p.m.
Oh, it's Mike here. I got a message earlier asking about changing the code to your security door. All you need to do is enter the code, follow the steps I told you on the day I installed it. I wrote the code on the back of my business card. If you have any problems, call me during business hours and I'll be happy to walk you through it. Thanks. It's Mike.
Okay, so the code is on Mike's business card. Where was Mike's business card again? We know the code, but we want to show where you can find it. Plumbing services, no, that's not it.
Look how clever our little girl is. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but she can already draw better than I can. She takes after her daddy. I got you a present. Behind the Black Veil 7. Just don't expect me to watch it with you. I know you love this horror stuff, but it gives me nightmares. Ghosts? Yuck. Oh my god, baby, it's perfect. Yes. Yes, I will. I love you, Gary.
Oh, and here is Mike's business card. Pleasant Falls Security Doors. 0516, because he probably put that as a default code for his security systems because that is his number, and yeah. So, and with that we go to we already know what to do, what we're looking, if we can find any.
Don't be afraid. I'm only going out for 2 hours. If Maggie can't sleep, just read her this book. It works every time. I'll be home before you know it. Dinner's in the oven. Love you.
So now we can put in the code. We think we're done here. Don't think there was any memory here. The plane tickets was supposed to look for plane tickets, as she said in the beginning. And that's it.
Hang on, what are you doing? What's with the mask?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, right. This is what we do. Are.
Perhaps accidentally washed out at sea. Other cases like this have been reported on in the past, but have never been fully resolved. The investigation has begun. Bizarre case.
I'm stuck at the gate and they won't let me through. Just the two of us anymore. See you soon.
Like, we're lacking the empathy for like the stuff that is happening there. But we do understand that nobody wants to get stabbed and killed. In this case here. There's probably something for everything, but most probably don't. So again, there's more stuff to do. More memories to unlock. So what we have to do now is go into the kitchen, because like here everything is closed now. Okay, except this. Like, here's nothing, so only way we can progress is in the kitchen.
Listen up. We've got some news hot off the presses. Tragedy had struck Pleasant Falls. A woman was found murdered in her home. She was brutally stabbed over 10 times. The victim's name was Sarah Powell. Sarah managed to make a call to 911 before she succumbed to her injuries. The primary suspect of this brutal murder is believed to be her husband, Gary Pout. He was found deceased only mere blocks away, slumped over the steering wheel of his car after a fatal collision with a tree. The murder weapon was found in the car with him, leading investigators to speculate that he crashed his car while fleeing the scene of the crime. The couple had a daughter believed to be 19 years of age, but police have been unsuccessful in tracking her down. If anyone knows the location, please contact Pleasant Falls PD immediately. It is also believed that Sarah is a victim to domestic abuse. If you or someone you know is suffering from domestic abuse, get help before it's too late. Listen up. We've got some news hot off the presses.
So this opened this room. Then we can check this book. Who is he? My thoughts are dark, black as night. Life is sparse, a total absence of light. When it's all over, come find me there. A broken soul, I belong nowhere. 4th of June, I feel better today.
June 6, 1999. My hands are shaking as I write this. Maggie's gone. Michael's gone. And Gary's gone too. At least the man I love is. It's just me and the monster living inside Gary. And the beatings are getting worse and I'm running out of excuses. I'm so tired. The lady next door came over yesterday. She must have heard something. She urged me to call the police, but I just can't do it. I love Gary so much. He's never gotten over Michael leaving us, and he blames me. And maybe it is my fault. All he does is drink, locked in that basement day and night reading those weird books. He's so unhinged now. What do I do? I can't abandon him. I know Gary's in there somewhere, and I'll be right here when he surfaces again. Fuck, this is so hard. I have to stay strong for him.
Thank you. I hope you didn't spill like hot tea over your foot, Sib. Yeah, but like she's fine. She's just, as the kids say, hanging out. Can we leave here? No. Keep out. What does it say here? Insanity lies beyond the wall. You lose your soul. The spells contained within this book are your pathway to power beyond your human ability to imagine. But once you to learn the intricacies of wielding such power, the book and the rites within will no longer be needed. Your body and soul will become a conduit for the darkness. Dark power and energy will be transferred through you into an object or focused on a task. You will give direction to those energies, their agent on this plane of existence. That does not mean this book should be taken lightly. Its contents are dangerous and should always be treated with respect. Yeah, right? Same. Colloquium. To commune with the dead, one must open their mind to the ghostly fields of the ethereal. The world of the specters and the world of flesh are separated by a thin veil held only by faith in a false idol. Once you give yourself over, you will stand astride both worlds. This alone is not enough to speak with the specter, you will simply be open to it. The rite of scripture will need to be performed before you can summon the specter to you. Be warned, death does not care for you or your aspirations. Performing such rituals is forbidden in most cultures for this reason. An Earth lifetime is but a passing shadow in the face of eternity. Keep this in mind when you summon the dead. Ritual of sacrifice. This ritual is often used in conjunction with other rituals to complete a rite. First, you will need to find a living creature. Any creature will do, but the larger the creature, the more effective the ritual. Face south and chant Etheria me dedero. Sole animam meam. Repeat these words for the remainder of the ritual. Drain the life from the creature into a receptacle until it has crossed over. Drink every last drop. This concludes the ritual of sacrifice. Rite of Scripture. The ability to commune with the dead is unnatural. This rite will require an individual to display their loyalty and understanding to the ethereal. But the ritual is a trial and will leave the individual bereft. A soul must be stripped before it can be reshaped. This rite involves several other rituals and will not be easy. First, perform the ritual of sacrifice on every blood moon. You will do this until contact is made. Contact will often not be from the one you wish to speak with at first. Post-contact, your earthly belongings will become anchors, tethering the dead to you. You must source some objects that were part of the specter or belong to the specter. Ritual of devotion. This ritual proves loyalty to the dark and spurns the light. We love that already. It requires the desecration of false idols and is often used in conjunction with other rituals to complete a rite. In performing this ritual, you bring yourself closer to the beautiful dark. Melt 6 relics that represent the false idol. The relics should be composed of precious metals. Once complete, melt the relics down and smith the metal into an inverted symbol of the false idol. Perform the ritual of sacrifice and imbue the object with dark energy. Repeat the step many times until you can feel resonance. You now have a cursed object, a link between the darkness and the mortal plane. It is best served by being placed in the possession of a false idol devotee. Rite of passage. Angry spirits are born in violent death. To set the spirit free, you will need to perform a ritual. For this ritual, you will need to gather the following objects belonging to the angry spirit: body of the deceased, any part of the remains, image of the deceased, clothing worn in the eyes of God, an object of ancestral significance. Once collected, cleanse these objects with fire and spread the ash over the site where they were slain.
A woman was found murdered in her home. Stabbed over 10 managed to make a call to 911. Had been victim to domestic abuse.
Monster living in me does his drink. Maybe it is my fault. Abandon him so much.
Find some of her remains. You will be down there here soon. Can hide under the bed. Life is a storm. Hi Sarah, I'm your only friend. Probably her antidepressants and stuff. And we're your husband's friends, the bottles.
1st of June, 1990. I asked him today what he does down there. He just stared at me silently with pure hatred. I don't understand how this happened. I don't know him anymore, and sometimes he scares me. He spends all of his time in that basement. Next time he does a beer run, I'm gonna sneak down there and look for myself. I trust Gary, but the man I'm living with isn't Gary anymore. I have to keep Maggie safe, if nothing else.
I lost a tooth during dinner. Oh shit. Like, just run. Like, leave. Leave. Any victim of that, we can understand that you might think like, oh, this is someone I loved, but someone who punches like you does that. Just leave. Don't take that. Someone who loves you doesn't punch a tooth out of you. Or something like that. Or even just like slaps. Hello? OBS? Or just slaps you or something like that.
Honey, it's been 4 years. I need you, and I love you more than I can express. Please, please get some help. They have a clinic, and no, please listen. Don't get angry. No, please.
Just leave in a situation like that. If you can, like, try to contact someone or anything, and yeah, someone who loves you never lays a finger on you. Shit. Should have went down to the basement.
not the one with problems. I just need to numb the pain. It's the only thing I can do to not feel.
Curiosity killed the cat. Because victims often like excuse that behavior and are like, oh, but he never did that before and he's struggling and he's going through some rough stuff. Yeah, but you don't hit your partner. Like whatever happens, we would never ever do that to them. That is just like whatever we go through. As long as we have any control over our actions, like we're not being mind controlled or something like that, then we can do that. And yes, alcohol, other stuff, and whatever, you know, it's just... So, tutorial, you've just picked up a camera. To switch to camera mode, press C. Once in camera mode, you can take photos. Photos will often reveal hidden clues and surprises you wouldn't normally see. You're stuck? Try taking a photo. You might find a solution or a clue. This camera has unlimited film, but if you ever see camera film in the world, this is a reminder that maybe you should try using your camera. Let's come closer. I'm not alone. You're definitely not alone. As we said earlier, why most people are spooked by such a message, we would think like, fuck yeah, that finally we're not alone.
Welcome back to Cooking with Massimo. You have the ingredients to cook something truly special. Here we have some chicken been marinating overnight with some infliction. This liquid gives it a really nice salty flavor. I want to tell you how to get this from you, but I think you know how I did. And next, we want... Now, you toss it into the pan, and you drown it beer in a bourbon. It's a time for a drink now. You can leave that chicken and head out to the bar. You check on it later when you come back home. That's all from me. And come back next week and I'll show you how to really punish some man.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, punishing some men. That sounds good. Hey, are you with us? But do you also want to punish some men?
Had mentioned during a press statement that it's easy to turn a blind eye to domestic violence by explaining away the problem. Often in cases like these, the victim is in love with their assailant. As we all know, love these cases often need outside intervention, but ultimately, it is up to them to help themselves. Usually, the assailant in these situations will suffer from addiction and sometimes deeper psychological problems. If you or someone you know is involved in a situation like this, please contact our anonymous helpline for guidance. In other news, the annual Orange Plum Festival is in full swing. Make sure you visit Main Street and sample the finest dishes our fine town has to offer.
Right?
Who the fuck are you? All you do is drink. You're a monster. Can't live like this anymore.
Once it is, yeah, yeah. Stomping out domestic violence. Johnny's Pizza, hello? Hello? Where does the blood go? Oh, there, okay. I wanna see if we can find other clues here before we move on. Oh, ow. Okay. Ouch. Do we go in here now? What? Ow. Rude. Find some of her remains. Okay, we have a farting light bulb. Yeah. Where would some of her remains be? Mr. and Mrs. Pout, I've become increasingly concerned with Maggie's lack of attendance at school. As a bright 10-year-old girl, Maggie needs the social experience and lessons we can teach her to prepare her for high school, college, and beyond. We typically allow the average child 10 days off a year before we start growing concerned. In the case of your daughter, we gave some leeway in light of what your family has been through. This year, Maggie has been in attendance for 40% of the school days thus far this year. She has been absent for 34 days. I'd like you to come in so that we can make arrangements for Maggie to attend school on a regular basis. We have an excellent carpool program which might encourage more consistent attendance. Please let us know what we can do to accommodate you and your family. Maggie has an amazingly bright future and would love to nurture her talents. I've tried contacting you a few times over the past week. I've decided to just book an appointment in, and I'd hope you're able to attend. It'll be at 10 a.m. Tuesday on the 14th. Just ask for me on the front desk of the administration building. Thanks for your time, and I hope I see you soon. There was a text earlier that we didn't read out loud, but that was just like he applied for a security job at some company that pays less than we make in a year with welfare. Like it's the 80s, but like it's an offer from like 81 or so, but still. In today's money, that is just nothing. Okay. That didn't do anything. Found a tooth. Oh, the tooth he punched out of her.
That it's easy to turn a blind eye to domestic violence.
All you do is drink. I need you, and I love you more than I can express. I don't understand how this happens. Sometimes he scares me. I just need to numb the pain.
Suffer from addiction, sometimes even psychological problems.
Okay, how do we punish some man now? Find a photo of the deceased. Massimo said so. We'll punish some man now. I would have done that without Massimo saying so, but Massimo does support it. How many memories have we found by the way? Hey, we have found pretty much anything already. From what we could find.
The police want me to see a grief counselor, and I want you to come with me. Will you come with me? Why won't you talk to me? You blame me, don't you? I can't do this alone.
Again, without the empathy that we would need to feel what they feel, it's... We also don't really want that.
I just found him like this in
But-
his room. I was sleeping and I heard a bag. He's not breathing. He's not breathing.
But the curiosity is there, yeah. Name of the deceased, Michael, but what is the cause of death? Why doesn't it state the cause of death? We find that quite important. Maybe the game doesn't want us to know yet? No! No! Go away! We are not done looking! We're not done looking, okay? Oh. Oh, God, yeah. Can you go somewhere else, please? We would like to look for memories. And that is easier when you're not exactly around. What are we even looking for? Find a photo of the deceased. Oh. That's why we can't find any photo of her. We would read that if we weren't like being followed by some ghost. Here is like his application for the security job. We should go upstairs. Oh god. Jeez! Woman, you weren't making noises upstairs! No, 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 no. You were making noises upstairs. Why were you downstairs? Yeah, thank you. Woman, we're trying to find something. It would be nice if you could not interrupt us while doing so. Because we have a trouble remembering what we did.
I can't hear you. Find me on the baby monitor.
We found half of a photo.
I was sleeping. He was out with Maggie getting ice cream or something. I don't know. I was asleep. Look, my baby boy just died. And I don't know how. What kind of God would kill an innocent baby? I didn't kill my son. Yes, I had postnatal depression, but I'm telling you, woke to a noise and had a strange feeling something was wrong. And I ran to his room and I found his crib collapsed. His lifeless body. He blew a hole on the floor. My baby boy.
Okay, we have missed a memory. Police? We worked a security job, but
An investigation has begun into the tragic death of a 6-month-old baby boy. The father was out with their 6-year-old daughter buying groceries. When they returned home, they found the mother of the child holding the infant in her arms. Authorities have taken the mother in for questioning, but she has since been released. A spokesperson for Pleasant Falls PD told us that the death has been ruled accidental. However, the investigation is ongoing. It's believed that faulty nursery equipment may have failed, causing this tragedy. Inflicare has issued a full recall on all their bassinets in accordance with the ongoing investigation. Our best wishes and condolences go out to the family involved in this tragedy.
Hey, oh, we wanna... What are we supposed to do here? We can't press anything. Oh, we can press the elevator button. That does work. Oh, we can use... That the developer team? Pleasant Falls Police Department, unexplained death. Pout Michael was found deceased by his mother, Pout Sarah, in their home. The mother claims that she was sleeping and awoke to a disturbance in her son's bedroom. Upon investigation, she had discovered her son's lifeless body. This investigation has begun to determine the cause of death and where to place responsibility. The husband, Pout Gary, and daughter, Pout Maggie, were not in the residence at the time of death. They have not been ruled out, but are not currently of interest to this investigation. At the time of opening this case file, Pout Sarah is the primary suspect. Sarah is the primary suspect should foul play be determined. God, this is so bassy. Holy shit. Dubstep can learn from this. Oh, ghosts. Oh, yeah. Bam. And get slapped. Yeah. Ah. This is so funny. Why do we get tackled by a ghost and then get... We just get tackled and slapped by a... Like she runs out of a... That is so funny. Why do we get tackled and slapped by ghosts? Like, the horror games we play lately are funny as fuck. Where you get tackled and slapped by stuff all the time. One game we got constantly slapped. Is this real? Oh yes. Is this real? Oh yes. Ow. Ow! What?
An investigation has begun into the tragic death of a 6-month-old baby boy.
Look, my baby boy just died. I had a strange feeling. What kind of god would kill an innocent baby?
Like the phrase innocent baby always implies for us that there are non-innocent babies and that you are then that you then can kill them, you know. Like, we would never say an innocent baby because a baby is, for us by definition of baby, like a innocent, like what? From any kind of like guilt perspective or like what they could have done and punishment perspective, judgment, you know, that stuff. It always implies that there are guilty babies and that you then can just you then can kill them. Oh always have to check if something changed. Sometimes it does. As you saw, like the photo down there in the living room. Or in the fireplace room, at least.
Little Michael. I'm still not used to the name, but he's starting to grow on me. He's perfect. And he looks just like you. He's got your eyes.
Memories.
Oh my, you just keep dying. Over and over and over. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You'll be stunned by a sudden burst of light, but only if they don't see it coming. Throw the switch. Bright light. She can't stand it.
That is very helpful indeed. Thank you for that. Okay, we thought this was a picture of something else, but now we know more.
The last holiday period reached a whopping 95 deaths. 60% of those were alcohol-related. Maxwell Hume from the Pleasant Falls PD stated that alcohol-fueled violence and car wrecks have become a huge problem. How much needless death does there need to be before we curb our vices? If you suffer from addiction, seek help now. Fine in moderation, but when your addiction affects the lives of those around you, it's time to do something about it. And in other news, City Hall was vandalized last night. The graffiti reads, "Who put the witch elm?" Being a small town, we don't usually have to deal with vandalism, but this message is very specific. To an unsolved murder from 1943, where human remains were found inside a witch elm. The remains were found 43 years ago. Question, why now? Police have no suspects or motive, but say it's likely that some of our youths came across this story and are simply acting out. Looking into the history of this message has us all intrigued. Who did put her in the witch elm? On a brighter note, if you're planning a wedding, Pleasant Bridal is having a 50% off sale. We all know weddings can be expensive, so a sale like this could see you grab the wedding dress of your dreams at half off.
And how we are supposed to stun her is complete bullshit. Like, you basically have to stand like at like a light switch here all the time, and then you have to wait until she comes. She comes like really fucking fast, and you have to turn on the lights. See? No light. And like, if we had a portable light with us that could do that, wink wink, that would be much easier instead of like requiring us to do that with like some fucking light switch in a room. Like, why?
January 11th, 1986. We just got back from the hospital with the latest addition to our family, little Michael, and he's perfect. Feeling a little strange though, almost depressed. I feel so guilty for feeling this way when it should be a time for celebration. Gary's been great, but he doesn't understand how I'm feeling. I tried to talk to him about it, but he just doesn't get it and tells me to be happy. He's right, but it's not that simple. Is it normal that I'm having postnatal depression with my second child when I didn't have it with my first? I'm depressed and happy at the same time. My God, this is confusing. I hope it passes. I know Gary will support me through this. I'm sure it's all going to be fine. The nurse suggested that I keep a journal to help work through my thoughts. So, here we go.
It's a classic, and we never understood that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like in our case, we know exactly where it comes from. But we can't do anything about it, and that is the cause of our depression. Well...
Every culture has a place of punishment. They have many names. I don't know what culture this is. This is a place for reflection. The fabric between this place and the beautiful darkness is breaking down.
Yeah, postpartum depression is normal after having a child. Yeah, it's not like everyone who everyone pregnant gets that, but yeah, it's a not like too rare thing to happen. That it can happen. Like just depression alone is like the most common mental condition out there from what we heard. Like the most common thing ever. Can you leave us alone, please? We would like to explore the house. Is it real? Oh, yes. Always doing music references everywhere. But most probably will never be this. Abaddon. What do we have to find? Clothing worn in the eyes of God. Oh, wow. Ow! Can you stop that?
Reached a whopping 95 deaths. 60% of them.
It's so funny how you can just like rush, tackle, smack just from behind, and then like another like kick in the face. Like, are you okay? Do you need a hug? Why are we supposed to prevent our deaths? They're just too funny. Come on, like. Do you need a hug? Come on, get a hug. If you need one. No, you seem to need a hug. Like we get the feeling. You do. What would be clothes worn in the face of God or some shit? Like his dirty boxers? Probably not, huh? Actually,
January 11th, 1986.
we had that already. Maybe it's in the washing machine down there? Are you serious? Woman, are you already there? Or is that the... We thought this was just to spook us. No, 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 no. No, no. Can you open this, please? That might be what we're looking for. Because it is a dryer after all. No? No. We can't even pick up a piece of cloth, like a t-shirt or anything. Please don't spawn our wrestling ghost again, okay? Oh, okay. That makes sense.
March 1985. He really surprised me this weekend. He blindfolded me and whisked me off in the car. When he took the blindfold off, I saw this horrible little rundown cabin in the woods. He'd purchased this place from an estate sale of a deceased hunter or something. He wants to fix it up so we'll have our own little romantic getaway. Maggie's staying with the neighbors for the weekend, so I guess I'll make the most of it.
But to be fair, with other things that we consider romantic, we are not the ones to talk, you know. What's this? Corner? Oh, are we supposed to make a photo?
You'd better hurry. She's here.
Ow, ow, ow. Can you stop wrestling us, please? We only missed one memory. We have an idea where that is. So we will take our time looking around again. Have we been here?
March 1985. He's like a changed man out here. At first I wasn't sure this place is creepy, but last night was simply amazing. Maybe this was a great idea. It just needs a woman's touch.
My husband behaved like a creepy kidnapper, but he fucked me good. Yeah.
25th March 1985. I don't ever want to come back. Last night there were all kinds of strange noises. I could hear whispering. I think maybe some of the locals don't want us here. I heard something in the basement and had to investigate. Oh my god, it's a slaughterhouse down there with some really weird shit going on. I appreciate taxidermy as an art form, but this looked like more than that. Between the cabin's unknown history and the strange noises, it'd be a cold day in hell before I'll set foot in here again. This is how those horror movies start.
I'm not quite myself. Everything is foggy. Even as I type this, it's coming from deep within a trance-like state. Yet I'm also aware. I feel almost trapped in my own body. I cannot figure out if it's the power of these rituals or not, but I'm truly losing myself. It also begs the question, am I losing my mind? I look around the basement of this cabin and there's nobody here. I can hear whispering though. Is it here? Or is it all me? I can't make the voices out. They sound deep, yet otherworldly. I cannot stay this way. I must forge forward and hope there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Cornelius Coomberdale. Oh no! Cornelius Coomberdale. There's only one ritual left, and finally I was able to make out one of the voices. They said, the cost will be your firstborn son. I'm sitting in this basement, alone, hearing voices and performing rituals from a book. None of this sounds normal yet. Yet I am compelled to continue. I've lost both my mind and my own self. Same. Now that I'm hearing ramblings about my unborn child, I can see only one solution. Cancer is cut out, and so must my poisoned mind be banished from this world. If you happen to read this letter, do not read from the book. Leave now. Cornelius Coomer. Cornelius the Coomer. Into the well. Whee! Hi, Spartan. How are you doing? Gaming with CC. Are you two having fun? Hope you do. That's good to hear. Same entry. Glad to hear you are having fun. We'll probably get wrestled by that ghost again, but we love wrestling. At least, like, we didn't watch that WWE stuff or so, but what we mean, like, we love a Russian fighting style that involves wrestling, and so naturally we have to like the wrestling part of it, otherwise it would be a bit. And if we ever get the chance to move to a place where that is offered, we want to learn that. The only thing that we had in the area we like lived long time ago was like, they had judo. But like, at least the teacher was a really nice one and a friend of our dad. Which is how we even got into that at the time. Oh god. Ah! There she is again! Ow. Nah, this time she didn't wrestle us. Sometimes she really does like run towards us and then she slaps us, tackle, slap, and then we get kicked. The problem is the game only gives you one solution against the ghost. And it is to use like the lights. Oh, that makes sense. To use the light switches in certain rooms. And if you're not exactly near one that actually also activates the light bulb in the room, then you're out of luck. Because the ghost is just lightning fast. You have no time to react. If you even get to like flick the light switch that is right next to you, then you're really fast, and it is ridiculous. So which is why we're not so like eager to even stop her anymore. It's funny and it's just, he's way too fast.
It's bad luck to see the bride before the wedding. Get out of here, you.
Oh, we should. Oh. Oh, clothes worn before God. Oh. Do we get like wrestled again? Yeah? No. Oh, come on. You wrestled us a bunch of times earlier. We can cuddle afterwards and then watch a movie together, you know?
Down there, some really weird shit going on. Just needs a woman's touch. Be a cold day and change the man out there.
We're never being chased by women like ever. No, we're... Ah. Object of ancestral sentimentality. Why don't you fight back? Mom. Mouse, useless, meaningless. Like, she can wrestle us any day. Ba 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 da 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 dee da 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 da. This game is so different from what we expected. Like, somewhat... Like, very minor still, like, at this point, what we expected, but mostly just, it's so different. The elevator doesn't seem to be coming. Oh, this one we can open. Yeah, Taxidermy is how it started for Jeffrey Dahmer. We're watching that monster series about like serial killers from Netflix. Though people are not happy with it, but we think it's okay. And so asylums. And like for Jeffrey Dahmer, the guy who like comatose, like drugged men, and like then like sometimes he raped them, sometimes he like just took them apart and ate parts of them, or for him it also started with taxidermy. Oh. We have revised our opinion about taxidermy as vegans. So the thing is, if an animal is already dead, preserving the corpse, like... Why not? It's... If you, for example, like have a cat and then you would taxidermy the cat then into like some statue that you then, or like some figurine that you keep around and that helps you, or you like to have your cat around still like that. Like, who are we to judge? Taxidermy like an animal that you killed yourself, that we don't find okay. But you know, it's like the enemy is enemy, yeah. Way too many video games. If the animal is already dead, then you know, why not? You find some dead animal or so, or we don't understand why that should be weird. You don't have to want to like have an animal corpse around. We totally get if you say like, oh, I don't like that, vegan or not, you know. But on the other hand, we think like if the animal was already dead and you didn't like hunt it for trophy or some shit, then like go ahead. Ah, this one here we can move. Weird that we couldn't move the bed, but okay, this one works. We thought that we had to go through the vent. Ow. Can we just go into the vent, please? Or we killed? Like the walls here are very reflective, we have to mention. Very, like, you know. Oh, so that's what we do. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Woohoo! No, no, no! You are too fast! You are too fast! Huh? Why is it closed now? Oh. Oh, because it also closes the... Huh? Was he stuck in the gate or some shit? Yeah, we trapped him. Just took a few attempts because... Is that maybe that that we have to... Oh no, the door's open. Oh, we thought we had to now release him again and then like run through here. He still might be following us because he breaks through the gate or some shit. Stairs back? You know? Oh.
All that training paid off, it seems, as she came first in the annual trial.
Mom, I'm so sorry for everything that's happened to you. I can't do this anymore. Do you know how many times I hid under my bed listening to Dad hurting you? Falling asleep under the bed to the sound of you crying? I hate you for not taking me away from here years ago. I'm running away with my boyfriend and I won't be coming back. I'd be safer living on the streets than I am here, and that's no way for me to live. I'm old enough now to understand that none of this is normal. Maybe we'll see each other again someday, but I never want to see him again. Get help, Mom. I do love you. Love always, Maggie.
Okay, Oh god, jeez. No! Why are you here again? Can you please for 5 seconds not be nearby? That worked! Finally. Oh. Developers, you could have done this section better. So far, we think the game was okay, even though we didn't understand at first how this game is supposed to be played. We didn't understand that that was the... But, yeah. We confused, like, optional things with, you know... They are indistinguishable with stuff you have to do.
12th of April, 1996. I hadn't spoken to him in what seemed like an eternity. So shocked when he asked me to come back to the cabin. I assumed he wanted to fix a marriage. Maybe try to move past everything and start over. Last time we were at the cabin, it was so romantic until the freak show started. And I vowed never to go back, but if it'll help our marriage, I'll try anything to end this nightmare. Once we got there, he just started babbling about this being the place of conception and rummaging through that fucked up basement. I don't know if I should be indulging him or getting help. I want him to get help, but I'm scared.
Photo of what? The table? Oh, okay. Then we need to make another photo real quick. What symbols do you show? Much love to you too, Sib. Hi, Dredge by CC. Wow, now everything pops in. And clown farts. We see it in. So we need a photo of that ourselves. Because the problem will be that we have forgotten that in a second. But thank you for the hydrate. We'll do that in a second. Oh, now we can't move that over to another monitor. Show on disk. Oh god, yeah, that minimizes the game, of course. Just so we can put it on the other monitor. Thank you, CC. Much love to you as well. Hope Sib is having fun with the redeems. The symbol in the top right looked a bit different from the photo, but we assumed that was just like, gotta do some house thing, Shadow will be lurking. Of course! Happy to have you here, CC. If you haven't heard us earlier, we were answering like your question and we were talking and stuff. You just couldn't hear it because our microphone was not active.
Don't ever want to come back. Last night there were all kinds of strange noises. I could hear whispering.
Yeah, it's that program that we use for audio managing is written badly, and so it's still better than the one we used before, but we changed it now so that it should work with how it's programmed. And so we wasted like half of our stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can test, but we just didn't see that coming, but now it should be fixed. But we should still test every time just to see if the buttons are there and OBS hasn't also like gotten an issue with audio. It can happen after Windows updates, and most of the time it does. Oh, so you didn't even hear. Yeah, we were just talking about our situation and wanted to explain to you what we...
June 6, 1996. Gary's gone totally insane. Since Michael. And he terrifies me. He terrifies Maggie too. I should have left with Maggie years ago. But I love him. And I can't just leave him like this. Maggie ran away. And she hates me for not standing up to him. She's right. And I don't know where she is. But now I'm all alone. And I wish my little girl would come home. I wish my Gary would come home. Instead, I'm stuck here with that drunk monster. We were all so happy. How did we get here? It's been 10 years now, and I'm so dumb I can barely get out of bed. And I'm trying my hardest to stop taking the pills, but it's all I have now. And I wish I could change things, for Maggie's sake. Maybe she'd better off without us.
Yeah, hugs to you too, CC. We're just explaining our stuff that we didn't want to explain on your stream. Like we have been told to shut... Oh. Oh, there we are again. Code we do not have. 10, oh, what? 10:55. No. Ten. Okay, that's her. Why do we spawn into her? Is that... We spawned into her! Your DMs are always open.
Some believe this is their life flashing before their eyes. Every action you take will bring you closer to your judgment.
Gary's gone totally insane. Maggie ran away. And she hates me for not standing up to him. She's right. Now I'm all alone. And I wish my little girl would come home. And I love him. And I can't just leave him like this.
Burn the items. Yeah, we have a hard time reaching out to others. Or very reluctant. In general, it's just... We think it's just because we have been so long just like on our own. And... I don't know if we can say that, but like, not everything that is neurodivergent about us, we... Some stuff is just hard to talk about because that would people give the impression that we're just... that it's not safe to be around us. Or, you know... I'd say like what we went through just changed the way like we acted. Even though that's the way we always acted. Maybe it just amplified it. Because, you know... And we had no one for the longest time we can imagine, like from what we can remember. So we grew up with just having to deal with everything ourselves and just have to, like, fight everyone in our way.
June 6, 1999. I'm in hell, and he's on his way there. I'm so weak, I can't even look at my own face in the mirror. The last time I did, I saw a twisted husk smiling back at me. I feel like his madness is rubbing off on me. So afraid of him that I slept under the bed last night. This needs to end, one way or another. Going to get us both some help tomorrow. I need to sort my life out and find Maggie. I haven't seen her in 3 years. I just hope it's not too late. Should have done this 13 years ago when it mattered most. I've done so much wrong. I lost my faith when Michael died, but it's time to repent for all my sins. At least in the end, I can be with my baby boy again.
The search grid has begun over the crash site, but no survivors have been...
So here he stands, at the gate. Does he understand the extent of his crimes against his eternal soul? He can't set things right. It's over. He can ensure eternity is fitting for those he infected. I'm gonna get out of here myself. Well, it's time to end it. Move on to the best part.
That concludes our broadcast today.
Hmm. How else are we supposed to burn the items if not with, like, fuel from those canisters or so? Hear what? Okay, we burned the items. Return to the scene of the crime. No, sorry, I couldn't comment on the massive home chorings, as they feel beat everywhere. Oh, sorry to hear. The whole chat did the mic. Yeah, it was wavelength again. And we finally fixed it, but it will only fix the... it will only stay fixed for as long as Windows doesn't update, so... Oh, not very long. Exactly, Multi. That emote is exactly how we look like then. Yeah. It's the scene of the crime, isn't it? Oh, spread ashes. Was that supposed to make her less creepy? Because it didn't. That did not work. Leave this place. Yeah, her face didn't look like less. What's the word opposite of appealing? Appalling, right? Repulsive. That expression was not less repulsive. No? Do we have to use a car again? Is that how we leave? No? Yeah, she was wrestling us like half of the time and then kicked us in the face and stuff. Blah. How did that turn us around? Ew. We need to find the keys or something. Maybe the keys are somewhere? No, everything is closed. Cling film. Oh, we can leave through the back door. That's one way to leave? Door? We leave the way we came. That makes sense, kind of. Our car is not in the garage. Huh. Do we open the front gate now?
It's got your eyes. All you do is drink. Monster. I saw a twisted husk smiling back at me.
Thank you, Multi.
You finally arrived. I overestimated your comprehension skills. No matter,
Hey!
you finally get it. If you take your place, someone will be with you and we can begin.
Oh, these doors are now open. Ah! Okay, we think... Which button is this? This one. Okay. We think like mine is getting wrestled to death all the time. We think this game is pretty good. Even though it starts a bit, you know, like, until we understood what the game wanted. Actually pretty good. Yeah. So... Yeah, it's a good game, we would say. We like it. Days served in hell, like 234,693. It's a bit unhygienic this year. You have to clean up better. That's just... This is like Asmongold level of hygiene, with like all the organic stuff around rotting, you know, flies everywhere. Inspirante? That is that like Italian or something? Everything ends in death, apparently. Oh, so you can choose one of the endings you get. Apparently. We took the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one because, I know. Always liked the movies.